Alright, Schlockmeisters fans, going back to the VHS tapes again tonight. It's called Melody in Love. I recently put this onto a DVD-R, and that's how we're going to watch it. Let's check it out.
Melody in love, your way. Melody in love, you glow like the fire.
And here we meet Melody. And here's a teacher who is highly pursued by his students.
Something sensible like a double ice cream sundae.
Ice cream is for babies, and we're not babies anymore.
That's Angela.
Have you noticed, teacher?
I've forgotten how forward you Creole girls are.
Only when we're on holidays.
That's why teachers go somewhere else on their holidays.
And if I find out where you are,
So the teacher goes on vacation
That thing with the baby.
with a friend of his,
Oh, he can wait outside.
and immediately hits on this girl.
Outside. Were you planning just a short flight?
I wasn't planning to fly at all. I'm picking somebody up, but thanks anyway.
That's Rachel. Leave the
Could you
baby in
keep
the
your eye on
car.
the baby? I'll be right out.
It was a different time. That woman was Rachel, and she's there to pick up her cousin Melody. Shy, naive Melody.
Excuse me. You wouldn't happen to be Mrs. Rachel? Oh, Melody, darling. I never dreamed you'd turn into such a beautiful creature. Let's have a look at you. And you have nature second. Nonsense, I just used the right cosmetic.
hey, look up here!
Meanwhile, the girls are still pursuing their teacher.
We'll find you! We love you! I don't think I can live without you. How can it just abandon us for 6 weeks? What are we going to do if we don't find him? We have got to think of something.
Melody immediately takes off her top and takes a dip in cousin Rachel's pool. Eventually she takes off her bottoms too.
It's only the wind. Now, what
She
did
was
the
being
notorious
peeped on.
person know? He was playing with himself. Oh, that was busy fingers from next door. He's only 16.
Oh, Rachel, I don't think I'll ever meet a man I could care about.
Why not, darling?
I don't know. When a man gets on top of you, don't you get scared?
Melody was just innocently walking through the streets and some guy attacked her. And then some other guy came out of the blue and attacked the attacker. And killed him.
Yes, I am. We all are.
Angela's still trying to find the teacher.
Don't tell me you brought your whole class along with you.
Of course not, silly. No, would you please tell me where he is?
I may be his best friend, but that's one thing he doesn't even tell me.
Honeymooners Loving. Great song.
There's a town down there. Bigger than any better.
Now cut that out.
Not just
Rachel was hanging around with Alan and the teacher. They kind of hooked up together.
And ready, and go!
Alan, friend of the teacher, has his sights set on Melody too.
And two!
moves now. She's a little reluctant to jump right in, though.
Listen, if you don't want to go through with it, just say the word.
Are you in love with Rachel?
I like her, if that's what you mean.
But you aren't in love with her.
In love? Not
Housekeeper doesn't know anything.
Meanwhile, Angela and the girls are still looking for their teacher.
The forwarding address.
What are we going to do?
I'm getting sick of all this. I think I'm going to accept that date and go with Tommy to the downtown disco tonight.
Well, I'll just have to sojourn alone.
Angela ends up hooking up with this other guy and then swims nude after she jumps off his yacht. There's a shark nearby, too. Thankfully, Rachel's husband, Octavio, and the other two guys, Alan and the teacher, are nearby. And Octavio's got a knife. So rather than get out of the boat,
The manager of my hotel. If all of a sudden you walk off your job, don't you think I'm entitled to an explanation?
I wasn't planning to stay away forever.
I saw her. She's very cute.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can think of better words than cute to describe her.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Rachel
Don't
meets
tell me you're
the
frightened.
woman who's sleeping with her husband, Octavio.
Octavio must have told you I'm a real monster.
On the contrary,
What did he say?
he told me you were simply fantastic. And he was right.
Then why do you look so worried?
I'm afraid that now that you're here...
Back in the water, or in this case under the water, a hammerhead shark approaches. But Octavio has a knife. Shark's not gonna mess with him. It's hard to tell, but I believe this is Alan and Melody making whoopee on the shore. At the casino that night, Melody recognizes this guy as the guy who killed that person in the alleyway early in the film, which has not been addressed since it happened. A useless plot point.
What's wrong with you?
That's the man who attacked me in the
come
market.
on. Now
I
listen.
told you the whole story. He killed...
Well, first it was sharks that Octavio was having problems with. Now it's an octopus. Oh, that was close. Anyway, after disposing of the octopus, Octavio and the other two managed to pull up a treasure chest that they found on this shipwreck.
See how rich we are.
No, skunked again. Yes, I believe that's Angela and Rachel now. They're going to have a threesome later, and some lesbian action.
Great.
Alan and Melody are horseback riding, and they hear some rumbling. There's a big volcano on this island, and she's about to blow. volcano is erupting all around you, you have sex next to a tree. That's called going out with a bang. But they didn't actually die. But alas, it's time for Alan to leave. And that's pretty much how our film ends. But not before we're treated to one more full frontal nude scene from Melody as she goes skinny dipping. Alright, let's talk about this movie, Melody in Love, to Stay. This is a movie that I believe showed up on cable in the late 80s, and I ended up taping on a beta tape, a Memorex tape, I think. I think I had it, maybe on the same tape, it was The Pit, and Dr. Otto and the Riddle of the Gloom Beam. This movie here, it's basically a late night cable titty movie. There was a lot of these movies in the 80s. Most of them were German made. You had your Joy of Flying and Island of a Thousand Delights, Vanessa, Summer Night Fever, just a whole shitload of these types of things. Most of them, like I said, were German made, and they were always filled with nudity, lots of lovely ladies, and some interesting soundtracks, too. In fact, there's a lot of I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Duplication, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Gerhard Heinz, I think is the guy's name. He did a lot of the work in this, and there's a lot of the same songs you hear in some of these movies more than once. You know, day to day to day day, what a beautiful day, oh. I actually looked that song up today. I can't find it listed anywhere, or at least playing anywhere, but I found it on a couple of DVDs you can buy. That song was also used in the movie Catherine Cherie, which I reviewed on my old channel, which I'll review again at some point in the near future. The plot here, anyway, is this girl, Melody, played by Britta Gastazzi or something like that. I don't know. It's the only movie she ever did. What a legacy. She ended up going to visit her aunt on the island of Mauritius. I'm not sure how I pronounce it. It's to the east of Madagascar, out in the Indian Ocean somewhere, east of Africa there. Lovely island. That is actually where the movie was filmed, too. It takes place there and was filmed there. Her aunt is kind of a... Or was it her cousin? You know, it was her cousin. I take that back. Her cousin, a little more sexually liberated, kind of like an Emmanuel type. She's in an open relationship with her husband, Octavio. Octavio is a treasure hunter. He searches for treasures on the bottom of the ocean and stuff. And he wrestles sharks and octopi. God, what a film. That happens in this movie. Anyway, at one point she mentions, if you want to sleep with my husband, you can. Melody sleeps around with a few people. There's some lesbian action going on here. That we saw a threesome. They become obsessed with this guy named Alan. His name is spelled Alain, A-L-A-I-N, but is Alan. I think it's played by the actor Sasha Henn. There's also a teacher who is pursued by 3 of his high school students, one of whom, Angela, is really pursuing him hard. Anyway, it's just a movie that's all over the place. It's ridiculous, but you know, I enjoyed it, you know. I loved the soundtrack. It's pretty catchy, some of those songs. The ladies in this movie were absolutely lovely. Gorgeous women, and full frontal nudity. There's actually full frontal male nudity, too. I think I saw an erection, too. I think I briefly saw an erection. I have to look again if I'm interested to do so. But yeah, I think there was that in here too. Anyway, just lots of stuff. Now, this movie's not available on DVD. It was available on VHS in the late 80s by Key Video. I happen to have that videotape. And actually, it's pretty expensive. I'll leave a clip down, or a link down below for Amazon. But I think the one listening on Amazon right now is like $195, which is insane. But anyway, what are you going to do? If you want the movie, that's about the best you can, unless you find it streaming somewhere, that's what you got to do. So anyway, I put it onto a DVD-R where it will hopefully last the rest of my life, and got some homemade box art here, which I love. So that's what it is. So anyway, check out Melody in Love if you can find this movie. It's fun. Like I said, gorgeous ladies, good soundtrack. Let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments down below. Watch it. Melody in Love. To Stay.